Hey, well, hello, my fellow car maulers. How you doing today? I've got some new Luka Cee products to show you. We got 3 new items coming your way. We're going to be getting them over on the AndysHHQ.com for you to be able to purchase them. And I'm coming out with my first full resin body and interior kit here. And we've got, this is the 69 Chevelle wagon. This was mastered and originally sold by Ed Fluck of F&F Resins, and we lost Ed years back, and his son took over, and now Ed Fluck Jr., has Drag City Castings now, and he does fine work. And years ago, I asked Ed about the Chevelle wagons, and he wasn't going to do them, and I asked him if I could purchase the master and the rights to do this years ago, and he came up with an excellent price, and we worked it out, and with his approval, I took over doing this. So this was mastered by Ed Fluck Sr., and so it's pretty cool, and we've kept it in good shape. This is out of my original mold. I'm probably going to be working a new mold here soon, but we still can get a few good castings out. So this might be a bit of a limited run, but I will bring it back. But I just want to show you, how we got it. This is how this is going to be going to Andy's and getting put on the website probably today or tomorrow. And this is how you will receive it in the box. And I had done a couple of different changes, because this is based off of the old original AMT 69 El Camino, I think it was, not the 68 El Camino that we know today. Those parts in that kit, you could probably work with that, but it really doesn't fit on this body. This body is built off of the old annuals from AMT from back in the late 60s. The best donor to get for the rest of your parts and everything else is the AMT 69 Chevelle. Either the it doesn't matter, the coupe or the convertible they put out a few years ago. That's where you're going to get all your parts you need, your windshield. This would all be just flat glass. You just would, get yourself some flat clear. If you wanted to make the windows here and these here, but for the windshield, you get it out of the Chevelle kit. The hood, the bumper, the rear bumper. Now I kind of did a little bit of retooling, because this used to accept, the old version was a bumper with the tail lights and everything all molded in one on the chrome tree. Well, the bumper I cast with it, so you got your bumper, but I redid these. That I actually took castings of the bezels and the separate lenses from the 90s new tooling of the 68 Chevelle, the El Camino. So these are a little bit better. You get a little bit better look, and these fit right in there. If I get them right, I don't know, there's a one-way direction they go in, but they go in there like that, and it's really, really cool. So that is the donor kit. I'm thinking of reworking this one day. I don't know, it'd be a lot of work, but I thought putting it out like this, still having to use the old version, it's fine, using the old Chevelle. That's still readily available, and you can get your parts for that. I did do an interior tub, just pretty basic interior tub for the wagon that comes with it. It pops in there. Kind of based off of the Chevelle tub and part of the 65 wagon. It's what we have to work with, and we got a couple of bench seats for you. And there's a front and a rear bench seat that comes with this. You can put it anywhere. And I also have, for the front, the headrests that go in. So we got some headrests for you that you can get fitted on there. I got that old muscle car GM shape headrest. And there's one more part I did not pull out that comes with this. If this does not come with any detail of the door handles, so this kit also comes with that I forgot to get out. So let me grab them here. Boom. You get 4 door handles. So I'll just show you right here. I'll probably trim this up a little bit more, but you get door handles that come with it. You can place them where need be onto the body. The other set right there. So that whole kit is what you'll be receiving. We should have it on the website here within the next day or so. And right now, because I am going to be having to make a new mold soon, I don't know how many I'm going to get out before I feel it doesn't put out good quality anymore. I probably got a few more pulls out of this mold, but we're going to just do probably a limited run. And right now, this is the only one that exists. There will be more. I'm going to be making more, but this one, when it hits Andy's, it's the only one that's going to be there for a few days. Hopefully by next week I'll churn out a few more. But this is the complete kit that you will get. Let me show you the next item. I got 2 conversion kits to show you that I think you're going to like. All right, and the next one that we got to show you, this is a fun one. This is to do a 74 duster. It's a conversion kit to take the 74, 75 Dart that round 2 and it's an old MPC, but it would be put out under AMT, MPC, whatever, but it is the 75 Dart. At one time it was misprinted, probably about 15 years ago. AMT put it out and called it a 75 duster, but it was actually a Dart. And this is specifically designed to convert that Dart kit into a duster. So if you're looking for replacement parts, if you have one of those old annual dusters, I will warn you that this hood has been modified to work on that Dart kit. This will not replace your original hood. So if anybody's asking, rest of the part are pretty much directly out of the old annual duster kits. This right here is specific to be used in this conversion kit to convert that 75 Dart kit, the Dodge Dart. And this will turn it into a Plymouth duster. And just a close look, you got your whole back panel. You have to cut out. It's a little complicated, but you can get it. You scribe under the underneath the trunk lid, and then just cut off at the quarter panels. You just size it up with this right here up against your body of your Dart and cut that tail piece off, and you see it says duster right there. Pretty cool. And we've got the tail light bezels. You could paint those with your favorite chrome. We have red clear lenses here that goes into those. Trying to keep everything red clear. I'm having a problem right now with clear, so when I run out of clear until I find a good clear resin to use, I might have to go to just casting these in regular resin like this, but I have a few of these on hand, so the first few you get, we'll see how this sells. Hopefully soon I find a good clear resin that I can use. A lot of product has changed in the years that I was out of doing this, and I haven't found stuff that works as well. But we've got, again, bumper. This is the little area that you'll need to place into the front of the Dart to give it the shape of the duster. And this basically goes kind of like right there behind that bumper, right there. And then you've got the grill that fits in. And I did a model years ago, this cool drag car that I had a lot of fun with it. It really turned out very nice, and it really works well. It's a little bit of cutting, a little fitting, but then you get yourself your duster, which is an extremely rare kit these days to find, and you're going to spend a lot of money. It's a lot cheaper. You get this kit, you get a hold of one of those dusters or those darts, you probably have it already in your collection, and bam, we've got you set up. So I've got, actually, I do have 2 more kits. I want to show you a kit that it's not going to be released yet, but I want to give you a little advance notice on a kit that's going to be for you really old vintage NASCAR builders, like we're talking 60s NASCAR. I got something very cool for you. Check this one out. Okay, NASCAR fans, like old NASCAR fans, we're talking 1969, 68, 69, maybe into the 70s season. Does anybody know what this is? Correct. Years ago, when Polar Lights put out their models of some Torinos, and then they also did, well, not really Torinos, they did Talladegas, and they did the Mercury version, which was the Cyclone, which was kind of like the Cyclone spoiler, which was your kind of the Mercury version of the Talladega. But they also would run regular Torinos, and the Mercury guys would run what was called Montego, the Cyclone, but it was called the W nose, which was kind of, you know, it wasn't the all aerodynamic one. This is a conversion for the Mercury Cyclone spoiler that Polar Lights put out years ago. I did this kit years ago, and it was popular then, and I wasn't sure if it would be anything of any interest these days, because those kits aren't so available anymore. Sorry for the noise in the background. Felix is playing with his toy trucks. But anyways, you know, he was looking over my shoulder, making sure I was doing everything right, and he felt good enough that he could go conduct his other business and let me just roll with this. But we've got ourselves the W nose hood. It's very different. If you're familiar with the hood or the whole front end of that Cyclone spoiler, you can tell that this is a completely different hood. It's got the understructure and everything. And just so you know, I'm going to try to have the instructions with this. I have little instructions, but there is a purpose for these little tabs that cut off very easy. And what those are for is you place this on your Cyclone spoiler body, tape it down, you flip underneath, and that'll give you the point of where you're going to have to cut off the front fenders, because it comes with these fender extensions that you glue on, and then you'll have to do some putty work. But that gives you that shape on your front fenders. It corrects it all to just do the base model W nose. You got obviously two of them. There you go. They fit right on there, and you have your front bumper and of course the grill. And this is all set up strictly for NASCAR. I didn't do a stock one at all. Just it's unattainable, and unless I was to ever get a hold of something good as far as to use for a master, I can't just poof and make it happen. I'm not that good of kind of making it from scratch. If someone could, that was someone I know that I could get to do that, we would come out with it. But you can see that this is all set up for strictly building a NASCAR race car. But it's got the screen mesh all molded in, and you got your rivets into your headlight covers and your little center there with the rivets around there. Just that was the look I did. But this is one that I mastered up with pieces and parts. I had a lot of help from Pat Redman, my pal up there in the north, in the Great White North, up there, my buddy A. And actually, this one is going to Pat. I got this, and I also have one going to Mark Batson to have those guys check them out. And I just want to, you know, kind of, these are people that help me out, and I just want them before we put it into production. And I kind of want to hear what you guys think. Is this something I should put into production? I just didn't think it would be something to sell. So I just happened to have the molds. I kind of made some new molds of a couple things. Tried them out, they looked great, and I figured I'd send a couple of my NASCAR building buddies who've always been there to help me out, you know, some treats. So let me know. I figure I'd show it since I had one made, and we'll see how it rolls. So let me know in the comments below if this is something you want me to put into production, because I'll be happy to do it. But now we're going to show you the final granddaddy of them all conversion kit that I've been dying to put out for you guys, and I think some of you Camaro fans, this is going to be that holy grail that's so hard to obtain that now maybe I can help you obtain it a little easier for you to build yourself what you always wanted to build. You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube. Okay, and here's the last one. Anybody can tell me what this is? That's right. I call it the 74 Camaro conversion. All right, I hear you. The reason why I just label it as a 74 conversion is because this is designed to fit very well onto the most recent, we've had it in the past 20 years, but the AMT 70 Camaro, any version, the Baldwin Motion, the Z28, but it's the 70 and a half Camaro kit that this is designed for. And because of the back window, 74 was the only year with that shape back window. 75, they went to a more rounded shape window, which you could still make a 75, 76, 77 Camaro with this if you want to mess with that back window. But for a direct, just putting it onto that kit without that kind of modification, that's why I call it a 74. This is not just parts taken off of either the MPC or the AMT 74, 75 Camaros. And just knocked off. I worked these things out and did a lot of re-engineering to where this thing is a perfect match and fit. The shape right here and all this works right on to the AMT 70.5 Camaro. If you were to take this, I believe this nose originated from the... I always forget which ones because I used parts of the MPC and parts of the AMT. I picked out all the best parts to use. I think this is from the AMT version, the nose here. But if you were to take the nose off of the AMT body and try to put it on the Camaro, it wouldn't work. I had to reform all this to make this all match up nice and perfect. And if you cut it right and everything, you could look at pictures to see exactly how to do all that. But this gets you into that ballpark of having a 74 Camaro. Of course, you got your front bumper. There's the lower grille. We have the regular upper grille right here. Pops right in. These are the blinkers that go in the smaller round area. I hope to one day, maybe, possibly, I might do these in clear, but I'm having an issue with finding a good clear. So in the meantime, I'm sorry, I'm going to be casting them in the regular resin, just the gray resin. And of course, we have our rear portion. You have to cut and modify, obviously, to get that to fit. So this is going to take some certain amount of modeling skills. It's not a just slam it on. You're going to have to do some cutting and customizing, but this gets you there. This is basically a patch panel for the whole back end, and you have your rear bumper that goes right onto that. And see, it even fits into those holes. A little bit of cleanup. I don't have it perfect for you, but it'll go on there. And we also have clear red tail lights that fit right on in there for you. So you get that 74 on up, angled, cool look that was always got to be so well known for the Camaros for a long time, having that wraparound tail light. To me, this is like my favorite part of this conversion, the coolest looking thing to have created that. I have thought about casting these in clear. I like to hear people's opinion. If I find a good clear, that will stay nice and clear and not yellow, and cast well, because this should be a clear portion right there. So should I cast the whole thing in clear and then let you guys tint it red from behind, or however you like to paint your taillights, so that you have this clear? Or would you like me to cast these in keep on casting these in red clear? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for input on all of the stuff we do here at Luka Cee Products. Having a lot of fun here. Yeah, I've been real excited about bringing this out. I know this right here really will give a lot of people the opportunity to build a model that I don't know if we're ever going to see. Hopefully, I even hope so. It'll put me out of business, but I do hope the model companies will one day, someone will come out with a 74, 75, 76 Camaro, 77 Camaro. Big bumper Camaros, as we call them. It goes right in there. And I really do hope one day we'll get a kit, but in the meantime, those kits go for so much money. $200-$300. I've seen kits that the boxes are janky, but all the parts are there. As long as the parts are there and it's buildable, it's a $200 and something kit. Well, right here, this right here is about a $40 conversion kit, and you get your kit that's still available. There's, Round 2's been cranking out those 70 Camaros for 20 years. Well, AMT and Round 2. I think that's a pretty cheap way and cost-effective way to be able to get yourself your mid-70s Camaro. So this is the first one. It's going over to Andy's and getting put online here in the next day or two. and we will be making more. This is the first one out. I got a few molds. I'm making some new molds, so we're getting it out there. We want to see if you guys want these. If these get bought very fast, don't fret. I am working hard over the weekend and everything, getting some new molds made and everything. I'm going to be cranking these out, and I'm going to get a bunch of them over to Andy's if you guys want them. So if this one gets sold real quick and you wanted it, don't worry. I will have more for you. I'm going to be making the heck out of these. I even want one. Heck, I don't even have one. And this one's getting packaged and getting put online for sale. So there we go. That's all of them. That's everything I got to show you guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to remind you guys that I do have my spring store. It used to be T-String, now it's called Spring. But in the description below, I do have a link to my merch store. I got some great shirts. I got mugs. Please check it out. It helps the channel out a lot. So I want to thank you all for watching. Look at these taillights. Are they so cool? I love my taillights. I want to thank you all for watching. And you know, I'm just having a good time here. Why? You know, because it's model cars. And that's why we build model cars. Because they're fun, right? Here's the producers.